What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie, and this is our series, Tabletop Takeout. Now this is a review series, but not a full review series. Please, I'm just giving you bullet points. That's why myself, my wife, the Two Gun Pixie partner Tom Vulo, or one of the many 20-sided warriors may have enjoyed the title when it's hit the table. And today, I want to go sci-fi. I want to hit space again. I do like the sci-fi games. Not as much as the fantasy. They're probably the number one in the series, but sci-fi, I'm always ready for a good sci-fi game. Now, this one is based on the, as you've seen from the thumbnail, from the franchise of Firefly. The season and the movie, right? You know it, you love it, or you don't know it yet, but you will love it when you do. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of, flooding of Firefly games on the market. There are several of them, but it's not, an overabundance. But I have to say, this is arguably probably it's probably the, if not one of the top two most thematically perfect Firefly settings for a board game. It's really, really going to just draw you in, kicking your suspension of disbelief into overdrive. It does an excellent job bringing in, aspects of the verse all together into a box. I am a huge fan of any board game that's going to deliver an open-end, if you will, sandbox-ish, sandbox style of gaming, where there are multiple different ways that you can achieve victory points, multiple different paths that you can take during the course of the game, different things you can do, different places you can go. It's not just limited. Now, obviously, I know it's a board game. It can't be truly sandbox like an RPG can be, or MMOs. But it still gives that feeling more than most basic board games ever will. And I can't tell you how much I just really love when you have all those options in a game to do this, that, or the other thing. It's fascinating to me using those different styles, different aspects, different things you can do in order to figure out, strategize what's going to be best, what's going to get you the most points doing this. I really do. That brings me to life at the table almost as much as being a dungeon master does. Just like the show. Your crew matters. It does. You're going to be hopping around the verse misbehaving. You're going to have a good, solid crew with you. And this game gives you everything familiar. Which is why I was saying earlier, this just draws you right in thematically. So everyone in the show is pretty much, there are some expansions to this game. So maybe not the core game, but everyone in the show, main characters, background characters, all represented in this one box game. And this gives you the opportunity to build your crew the way you want to. Whether it's based on the ship's crew from the show, you want to put together a different crew, or maybe things just happen and you happen to have this, that, and the other person. You weren't planning on it. That's just the way things happen sometimes in the verse. And this gives a great opportunity to bring together unique characters with unique skills. They're going to help you in your missions. So in a way, they become part of your strategy as well, because you know what their strengths and weaknesses are, what they can and cannot do, and how they can help. Now, the rules for this are basically a pick-up and delivery style game. You're also being hunted bounty hunter style. The rules for this game, if you are familiar with board games, you're going to understand these rules. If you are familiar with these pick-up and delivery bounty hunting style games like Zaya, a drift system, like the Outer Rim Star Wars game, Merchants and Marauders pirate game. If you understand, if you've played these before, I'm telling you these rules. Yes, it does bring different things to the table that these other games didn't, but still, they're all basically the same game. Let's face facts here. I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. All of the rules you're gonna know. You're gonna get to know, remember. You're gonna remember. It's gonna come back to you naturally because the rules are not that tough. I mean, it's not a filler game. Don't get me wrong. But this style of game is popular and been around for a while. So if you know it at all, you're not going to find these rules too tough to learn or teach. Solo mode. I do like talking about solo modes because I love them as an option in a game that's usually multiplayer. Having a solo mode gives you a great opportunity to learn how the game is played, learn the rules. But more than just the rules, it's going to give you that opportunity to get a couple of strategy ideas under your belt. You'll have a few games in on you before you introduce it to your friends, your family, your fellow gamers, your coworkers, or whatever. You'll have those first few games under your belt, so you would have tried a few strategies already, giving you a little bit of an edge over them. And also just basically, the solo mode for this game works. It doesn't feel different. It feels like you're playing the actual game. Now, a lot of times these games can do a solo mode that's different, and I appreciate that. But don't get me wrong. When a solo mode just allows you to play the game as is, and you get the feeling of the basic game, the core game, what it is at its core, at its seed, that's great too. But it is good this has a solo mode. I'm glad it does. Play it, use it to your advantage. There are more fan service Easter eggs in this board game than in an MCU movie. Well, almost anyway. Now there are. If you are a fan, especially a bigger fan than me, you're going to find even more Easter eggs and see more things that are familiar than I did. And my wife's a bigger fan than I am of this. And there's always something there to spot. There's always something there you're going to know, you're going to find familiar, drawn from the show itself. And when you're dealing with a popular IP like this, a popular franchise, a well-known one, you really do have to go that route, don't you? Now, the components are great. The components are fun. I really love them. You've been seeing them as I've been talking already, so that's not a surprise. But they do. When you have good components like this, it helps draw you into the game a little more. And in my opinion, also makes you want to play the game a little more. I mean, if you've seen or have had or played a game with shitty components, doesn't that kind of color you a little bit the next time you play? Why play that when you play something that has better components? You're never going to have that thought with this game. Yeah, the components are great, do a good job of pulling you in, and they stand out and pop well on the table. Now, speaking of strategy, this game has levels of negotiation and resource management. And that's going to add, if you're looking for more strategy in a game, this does add even more to what you're doing, how you can do it, and how you can maximize your victory points by the end of the game so you can rub your friends' noses in it that they've lost. So, it adds to the game. It's more than just a pickup and delivery game. Now you have resources you have to manage. Now you have more at the table to think about that's going on. But that also means, now don't think that you're going to get muddled by this. That's giving you also more ways to get points. It's giving you more options because you have deeper strategies now. Again, this game is layered with one good strategy, I don't even call it a strategy point after another. This game is not about luck at all. Great fun. Absolutely great fun. I think even if you're not a fan of Firefly, you're going to enjoy this game. You might not get all the references, but then again, you don't get the references in a brand new off-the-shelf game that's not based on an IP at all. You have to learn those references with the game. So this is no different. Not at all. I think any resource management, pickup and delivery, especially sci-fi fan, if you play board games, yeah, you need to check this game out. I don't know if you're going to buy it, a friend has it, maybe at a board game cafe, or watch playthroughs here on YouTube. Don't just listen to disembodied voices and floating heads that are telling you what you have no idea is true or not. You know, maybe they've gotten bribed. Maybe they were bought by the company. You have no idea. Maybe you do. Keep it to yourself. I'm not here to troll a fight. But this way, if you watch a playthrough, it's not somebody's opinion. You are not being influenced by a paid advertiser, basically. You get to see it played through and make your own decision. And after you do that, come back here and let us know what you think of Firefly, the board game.